Hello, Jazz Phillips here. This is day 6 of my 10 days pre-surgery video. So after I posted my video, at least the first one, I had several people come back to me on private messages basically to tell me their thoughts on it. So the first one had me chuckling. I'm Malaysian, and one of the things that all Malaysians know when we were growing up, our parents or whoever our caregiver is had a phrase they would say to us when they want us to get into line, and that is, do you want two tight slaps? And two tight slaps, I never knew what a tight slap meant, but it was something like, I've crossed the line. So I knew that I've crossed the line. So a friend of mine, a Malaysian friend of mine, sends me this message to say, I watched your video and you know what? Go back to what your parents would have said to you. Do you want two tight slaps? This is nothing serious. Just get on with it. And that was interesting because that's what Hector had said to me, that I am not so special. And then I remember having one of my panic attacks when I had my ear infection that I talked about. And I had gone over to my neighbor next door, in the apartment block. And I rang her doorbell. She came out and I said, Jen, I'm having a panic attack. And she said, what? She says, why? And I said, I think it's my ear infection. It's giving me a panic attack. And this is what she said to me. Get in here and let me slap that panic attack out of you. And I've recalled that many times. And it's interesting how culturally I would say that this is, and I had a third person say that, also a Malaysian. And so another comment I had was that from a friend, a very good friend here in America, who said that he felt a little bit disturbed by Hector's comment that I'm not so special. And if I have to be honest, when Hector said that to me, I was puzzled, as well as, I'm not sure whether the word is hurt or offended. Like, are you saying that I think that I'm so precious, that this is just normal? And I think this is what I want to talk about today, and that is this whole idea that, and we will have different people reacting in different ways, and some offered me some practical, what I should do. Most of it was just like, this is no problem, this is a simple procedure, just get on with it. I had a couple more people who said that they're with me and I hope I can deal with this monster of anxiety and panic attacks. And then I had one friend whose background is in the medical field said, you know what, watching your clip, I realized that I have anxiety and that's why I have difficulty falling asleep. So all the mixed emotions, reactions, or rather, from people. And I think today my takeaway from this all is that everybody intends well, I think, and they want to offer a solution to solve the problem. And solving the problem means like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine. Or, and as I said, I'll give you two tight slaps and your panic attacks will go. And I empathize with you. And I think that what I found really comfortable for me is when I do voice my anxiousness, my nervousness, my panic attacks, when somebody offers me a sympathetic ear, just listening to how I feel and just acknowledging that it's valid for me to feel that way, that speaks volumes for my anxiety, or that helps my anxiety in a far greater way than if I'm told that, oh, this is nothing, this is simple, this is straightforward. It's like telling me that I'm overreacting. And it's not that I have never overreacted over something. This is not something that I know I'm not overreacting. I'm just reacting. I'm reacting to the whole nervousness that I'll be awake while the procedure is done. And so another friend of mine said, and she's going through a very, very big challenge, health challenge. And she said, I wish you all the best. And I said to her, she lives all the way in Scotland, where I used to live. And I said to her, I feel really bad that this is a very, very small procedure compared to what you're going through. And it may seem that I'm being, precious about myself. But really, when we are dealing with our own anxiety or anxiousness or whatever it is that we're dealing with, we feature, nothing else features. And that really brings me to what I want to say, and that is thousands or millions of women have children every day, and childbirth is painful, but it doesn't make that individual woman's pain any less, even though thousands of other women around the world are going through childbirth. And I think that that's my takeaway, and that is, sort of like making it seem like, I'm overreacting, or you're being too precious about yourself, or you're not that special. All of that is not helpful. So that's it for me for today. I worked out really hard yesterday at the gym, and I slept pretty good. And so that's it. So day 6 over and out.